welcome to the Love Show, where we grapple with the question of what is love? Do 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 do. What is love? Do do do. What is love? Do 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 do. What is love? Do do do. What is love? Do 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 do. What is love? Do do do. What is love? Do 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 do. What is love? Do do do. What is love? Hello, I'm Merlin Malilly, and today's love show is about our love IQs. What's your love IQ? What is a love IQ? I kept hearing this question being thrown around, or this term being thrown around, that I didn't really understand what it meant. So I looked it up. Excuse me. So our intelligence quotient is a number used to express the apparent relative intelligence of a person. So your love IQ would be how much love your heart can express. Maybe. We'll find out today on The Love Show. So our brains contain 86 billion neurons and are part of an autonomic nervous system which extends to the heart and the digestive system. The heart, however, only has about 40 neurons, and they enable one to continue having a beating, working heart without having to think about it. So in a sense, just there, the heart is thinking for us, literally, on the regular. In an article from Conscious Nourishment, Diana Paez says, the electrical impulse of each heartbeat can be measured 3 to 4 feet from the body. The electrical impulse from the heart is 40 to 60 times stronger than that of the brain. The heart apparently is what gives most of the messages to the brain, not the brain giving the messages to the heart. And the signals that the heart gives to the brain affect our brain function, influencing our attention, our perception, our memory, our problem-solving skills. Have you ever been too upset to think clearly? Perhaps there was no love in the situation. I know I have been too upset to think clearly, and there probably was no love or not enough love in the situation. By adding love, we have better attention, we have better perception, we have better memory, and better problem-solving skills. By adding love, it calms us down if we have love in our situation. The heart forms in the first trimester of pregnancy, before the brain. In a forming baby, the heart forms before the brain. Therefore, the heart works without the brain to create the brain. Think on that a minute. The heart works without the brain to create the brain. Without the heart, the brain could not exist. So our hearts think. And create. This is our heart IQ, or heart math. You may have learned about heart math from the Today Show a few years ago. Dr. Rollin McCready of the Institute of Heart Math visited the Today Show and spoke of our hearts thinking then. And Diana Paez spoke of it. And now there is a general notion that we are evolving into a new consciousness where we are moving back into our hearts and away from our brains. The ancient Egyptians believed that all thought in life emerged from the heart. When they embalmed a body, a dead body, they used to embalm. In ancient times, that's where we learned how to do that, was from them. And they would throw out the brain. Just, yep, you're not going to need that in the afterlife. All you need is your heart. It's kind of beautiful. And we're thinking, you don't have to think about anything anymore. Just have heart. It's kind of cool. They did leave the heart in the body, but they threw away the brain. It is said that when they burned Joan of Arc, that her heart wouldn't burn, and that they threw it in the Seine, where it remains. Perhaps it helps the river somehow now. The comedian Emo Phillips once said, I used to think the human brain was the most fascinating part of the body. Then I realized, look what's telling me that. It's sort of prejudice, isn't it? The brain, it likes to take credit for everything. It's like an egomaniac. But the heart is actually running the show. It's kind of like a fireman and an engineer for a steam engine. The engineer is important, but he cannot engineer anything without a fire to make the engine steam. The heart is the fireman, the brain is the engineer. So does the fireman think less than the engineer? Maybe. But he's thinking and working at the same time, so he might be actually thinking more because he's got to do things simultaneously where the engineer can just focus on driving, which is what he's supposed to focus on, and why the fireman is there, why the engineer isn't doing both jobs. And it works out the same for us because, excuse me, our brains can focus, just like the engineer can focus, more on our brain's job when the heart is all taken care of and doing its own thing. And it has love. So when the fireman's doing a good job, the engineer can do a good job as well. Heart health is actually really important to our focus, our ability to use our brains adequately. It comes from a calm, loving heart. If our hearts are not calm, we have trouble learning, focusing, understanding, even digesting and breathing. It's because of the autonomic nervous system. Digesting and breathing, it's all connected. Do you remember the Love Blind episode? There's an alarm going off in there, and I'm going to be love blind to it. And we're just going to continue on. So separation anxiety is a good example of the heart and how much it needs love, and how much it's running the show. One's love for another is controlling one's thoughts and emotions when they're experiencing separation anxiety, or when your dog is experiencing separation anxiety. Heart recipients, from donors, transplant recipients, swear that their new heart has memories that they didn't have before. So your heart has memories. And the heart remembers in a different body memories from another person. It has memories. So our hearts think with love and neurons. Thinking with love. Thinking with your heart. Now, this would be different from thinking with your loins. Here at the Love Show, we have established that for Love Show purposes, love is not sex. So thinking with love, not lust. Lust would be sex. Thinking with love. Thinking with love. Thinking with your heart. Thinking with your heart. I also hear a lot of people talking about intention lately. And we are becoming more conscious of intention as a people, as we accept that we are one people with a conscious intention to love one another. We are evolving into a more peaceful, more loving race. I know it does not seem like that all the time, especially lately, because there is some chaos and evolution. But out of chaos often spring solutions, calm, and ultimately peace. One needs to love to find calm to learn. But you need to love to get there. The calm comes out of love. The thing about life on Earth as an earth creature that I have observed the most prevalent are the cycles, the cyclical nature of earth. It means chaos will ebb. Anytime earth has chaos, it ebbs. Peace prevails eventually, because peace is part of earth's cycles. Love is part of earth's cycles. Time is part of earth's cycles. Love is time. We've established that. We're coming to an end of our chaotic evolution into ourselves. It's a cycle. I believe we are not truly ourselves unless we have been loved and have loved. The evolution into the heart. Evolve into your heart. Evolve with me. That's where I'm going. If we do everything in life with an intention of loving all of it, unconditionally, and without judgment, then we have evolved. Why have we been so scared to evolve? It's because it's scary, changing into something you're not sure what you're changing into. The unknown is always scary. We didn't know what we were evolving into. I guess it's still up in the air. But we know so much more now than we did 30 years ago, than we did 100 years ago. We know more about HeartMath and about the HeartMath Institute. We know more about intention. And now, after 8 episodes, this is the 8th episode of The Love Show. After 8 episodes of The Love Show, we know a little bit more about what love is. But I feel we've only just scratched the surface. But as long as we evolve with love, as long as we do everything with love, it will be okay. Love and knowledge. Love and neurons. Let us take this knowledge into our futures, secure in the fact that our hearts think, and one can choose to make decisions without considering the heart, and the outcomes will continue to be chaotic. Or, instead, one can choose to consider the heart and think with the heart and with love. And the outcomes are always win-win. That's how I notice that something is a loving situation. If all the results come out to win-win situations, then there's love in there. It's a loving situation. If only one person wins, and there's a competition going on, the love's absent from that situation. There's no love there. Love hasn't come to the table. Consider your heart. intend to love with your heart. I will intend to love with all my heart. All my heart. Now that is a high IQ. How much heart are you going to put in it? That's where your IQ is. You get to kind of pick that IQ, I think. You can choose it. You can be a love genius. Be a love genius. I love you. We all need it. I need it. You need it. We need it. Stay with me. We'll figure out exactly what it is. On the Love Show, I'm Merlin Malili. Thanks for watching. What is love? Do, 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 do. What is love? Do, do, do. What is love? Do, 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 do. What